Take 5 with Seth Davis, powered by Subway Breakfast.
Hey everybody, this is Seth Davis for SI.com, back once again for Take 5, my take on the 5 biggest stories in college basketball heading into the weekend. Take 1, this Sunday marks 3 weeks until the brackets get revealed, and we've got one of the more interesting races for the #1 seeds in a long time. Syracuse and Kentucky certainly look to be locks at this point, but there are a bevy of other schools that are looking for those final 2 spots. This raises the question, could it be that 2 teams from the same league could play themselves to the top line? I think there are just too many good teams in this mix for that to happen. Everything's going to shake out the next few weeks, but my prediction, we're going to have 4 #1 seeds from 4 different conferences. Take 2. UConn coach Jim Calhoun released a statement this week indicating that he'll be out at least another week. Calhoun has been absent from the UConn sideline since February 3rd as he takes a medical leave to deal with spinal stenosis. Now the Huskies are 2-2 in his absence, and they're 1 game under 500 in the Big East. However, their at-large resume for the NCAA tournament is better than that would indicate. I'll tell you what, UConn is a talented team, but they really lack leadership. And if this team is going to do any damage in the NCAA tournament, they need Jim Calhoun back on the sidelines where he belongs. Take 3. I'll bet most of you don't realize that UNLV or San Diego State is not currently in first place in the Mountain West Conference. Instead, it's New Mexico, which scored a huge road win at San Diego State on Wednesday night. Now the Lobos have to play UNLV at home this Saturday after the Rebs are coming off their overtime loss at TCU. Now normally I would anticipate a huge letdown for the Lobos, but coming home at the Pit, I think that home court will carry them through. The Lobos also have a terrific backcourt in Tony Snell and the rapidly improving Kendall Williams. I think it's going to be a tough game, but New Mexico is going to win and strengthen its hold on first place in the Mountain West. Take 4. Maybe the most anticipated game of the weekend takes place in Murray, Kentucky, as St. Mary's from the West Coast Conference travels to take on Murray State. Now this game has lost a little bit of luster in the last couple of weeks, but it's not just because the Racers finally lost a game. St. Mary's, which had once won 12 in a row, has now lost 2 of its last 3. Now Murray State's main weakness is lack of size, but St. Mary's is not a very big team. In fact, their best rebounder, Rob Jones, is listed at 6'6" and might be an inch shorter than that. This crowd is going to be at a fever pitch. Murray State is a poised, talented, veteran, experienced team, and the Racers are ready to put on a show. And take 5. An outside panel convened by NCAA President Mark Emmert recently handed over a series of proposals to stiffen the penalties for cheating. Now, I would like there to be stronger penalties when schools cheat, but only after the NCAA is able to fix the problems that are currently inherent in the enforcement process. The rulebook is way too thick. The enforcement cases are too secretive, and when they hand out penalties, everybody's confused because they're so inconsistent. This is a classic case of putting the cart before the horse. If the NCAA puts in place these tougher penalties without fixing what's wrong with the process, then when those penalties get handed out, it's only going to result in more anger and more confusion. So that's it for this week's edition of Take 5. We'll see you right back here next Friday on SI.com. Until then, have a great week and enjoy the games, everybody.
Take 5 with Seth Davis, powered by Subway Breakfast.